And you see, when you fail to punish wrongdoers, you embolden wrongdoers to engage in wrongdoing with brazen impunity. That is what we saw on display between the 7th and the 10th of December when we went for this year's elections. And so what has happened is regrettable. This election, when we were going into this election as key stakeholders, we thought it was going to be peaceful, free and fair. Unfortunately, that was not the case. For the first time in the history of this country, Samson, we saw armed military men with sophisticated weapons in constituency coalition centers. We saw military men interfering in the collation of results, seeking to swap pink sheets, seeking to change results. And when the people protested, they shot some of them and killed them. What happened in Techiman? We had a protest after the EC did the charade they described as coalition. We thought what they had done did not constitute coalition. And so we said, do the proper thing and let's collate the results and declare the winner. We started protesting, nobody fired a gun, nobody assaulted anybody. The next thing we saw was the military shooting at the people and killing 3 in the process. What business did the military have in the first place?
The CID suggests that there was shooting from the people.
Okay, there is a video.
Whilst the NDC says that the shooting emanated from only the security, the CID suggests there was shooting from somebody within the people.
I have not seen that account from the CID, but at least I've seen the video footage of what happened at Techiman South. Nobody in the crowd was holding a gun and nobody was firing a gun. It was rather the police and the military officers who were firing. The video is available and I'm sure your producers can play that. In Ablekuma Central, what happened? No NDC supporter was holding a gun. Nobody fired a gun. Rather, it was this national security operative who came to the center, fired warning shots, asked people to leave. When the people refused, started firing directly at people. In fact, shot a police officer. The EC officials there, I'm sure you've seen the video, I think it was produced by a reporter at Joy News here, had to flee for their lives. We saw EC officials jumping walls in Awutu Senya East, which you made reference to in your take, where in the voter registration exercise, the Member of Parliament, Howard Kumsin, had admitted to firing gunshots at a registration center, without our law enforcement agencies doing anything about that. On voting day, again, we saw thugs working with this Member of Parliament, firing at NDC supporters and injuring a journalist in the process. So in all these cases, the NDC has been at the receiving end. We have been the victims. There is no record of any NDC person.
So in your shot is that footage
at Techiman,
where the shooting happened in Techiman.
Yeah.
All right, so you can see the guns going there. You can see the crowd far apart, and you can see the security, military, police lifting their guns up, and some of them went in there. Professor H. Kwesi Prempeh will tell us whether or not the thing to do is to fire live bullets or to use some other means. Was it a situation that they could have done otherwise than to actually shoot, fire live bullets to disperse the people?
And you see something, if you look at this video footage.
Okay, I get that. So you can take a pause now.
If I can just wrap up.
Yes.
If you look at this video footage, you realize that the CID account is false because nobody shot any gun from the crowd. Clearly what they did was absolutely wrong. And so for me, what has happened is unacceptable. It is a dent on our democratic gains as a country. And for me, it will continue to remain a blot, an indelible blot on the reputation of President Nana.
That's why the NDC in Parliament is asking for the IGP's head, that he must resign.
Exactly. Because he was in charge of security as far as this election process.